Hello, this case review demonstrates the storm target approach for the June 25th, 2023 severe weather event, including tornadoes and very large hail across central Indiana. This video will illustrate how Storm Target essentially targets storm hazards to provide greater precision and timeliness than the information provided in Weather Service watches and warnings, supporting better decisions to take cover when in imminent danger and not take cover when not yet in danger. Our area of focus is the Indianapolis TV viewing area, shown in green on the left image. This is one of 5 severe storm cases in this video series. The Storm Prediction Center forecast had an enhanced risk of severe storms across central and eastern Indiana, our focus area. The environment appeared to be quite favorable for severe storms ahead of a cold front approaching Indiana from the west. We had a favorable overlap of instability and deep layer wind shear ahead of the cold front. The front and approaching upper jet streak would provide the lift needed to initiate the storms. The significant tornado parameter suggested potential for tornadoes in addition to large hail and damaging winds. By 12:30 p.m., full heating and lift from an approaching cold front and jet streak led to storm initiation over northwest Indiana, with building cumulus further south. This is where conditions favored severe storm initiation during the next hour or two. The green outline reflects the area of threat during the next 2 to 3 hour period. Compare this to the tornado watch on the right, and we see the favorable threat area was across the western half of the watch, with the threat likely more than 3 hours away across the eastern half of the watch. In this example, we can recognize the impending threat for western and central Indiana even before the watch is issued. The watch was out at 1:30 p.m., but the threat of severe storm initiation became apparent by 12:30 p.m. Our focus area in this case review is the Indianapolis, Indiana TV viewing area, shown in green, covering central Indiana. A monitor graphic, as illustrated on the right, could be provided that focuses on the western half of the viewing area through 3 p.m. This is suggested by the 12:30 p.m. chat message shown below. By 2:30 p.m., scattered severe storms were oriented north to south across central into southwest Indiana. An updated monitor graphic shows the 2 to 3 hour threat area shifting eastward across central and eastern Indiana, including the Indianapolis TV market viewing area, as highlighted in the 2:25 p.m. chat message. Now let's take a look at some snapshots of this event to compare the official warning polygons to the likely prepare and action areas from the Storm Target Initiative. Let's start at 2 p.m. local time. We had multiple severe storms tracking across west central Indiana. Here we see the warning polygons in red representing areas of threat. Let's compare that representation to that from the Storm Target Initiative, utilizing red shades for the action areas and yellow shades for the prepare areas. And we see quite a bit of difference. Starting with the northernmost storm in Marshall County, tracking over the southern part of the warning polygon, better represented by the action area shown in red across the southern half of Marshall County, with the prepare area extending further downstream from the warning area. The next storm to the south, over northern Cass County, is not quite severe, even though there is a warning polygon there. But the environment is favorable for intensification, so we probably would have at least a prepare area for that storm covering the next 15 to 30 minutes. Further south, the storm in southwestern Clinton County is severe with large hail. It is also tracking across the southern part of the warning polygon, and it's better represented by the action area in red, with the yellow prepare area providing 30 to 60 minute lead time threat information that's further downstream. And then further south, we have 2 more cells that are not yet severe, although the environment is favorable for them, and we have prepare areas given that potential over the next 15 to 30 minutes. The suggested action and prepare areas are given in the chat messages to the right. Going to 2:10 p.m., here are the warning polygons in effect at that moment in time for these storms. We see a new warning for the storm far to the south, and that storm has potential of producing up to golf ball size hail. Let's see how all this is represented in the Storm Target Initiative. We have multiple overlapping polygons in the northernmost storm, but you see how it's represented by the action and prepare areas from Storm Target. We still have storms down in the next polygon just to the south, northern Cass County into southern Fulton County. Those storms remain weak, and so we don't really show much for that right now. Over southern Clinton County, that storm continues to track over the southern part of the warning area, but right through the middle of the action area shown in red, with the prepare area further downstream. We see the next storm further south near northern Putnam County. And then we have that big storm even farther to the south over northern Clay County, tracking over the southern part of that warning polygon and possibly about to exit that polygon soon, better represented by the action area shown in red, with the prepare area further downstream in Morgan County providing 30 to 60 minute lead time. Quite a bit of difference between the two approaches. Looking ahead at 2:25 p.m., we have multiple overlapping polygons in the northern area for that storm cluster. That is probably going to be represented best by just a large action area shown in the red shade, with the prepare area downstream of the warning polygons, providing longer lead time. We have storms further to the south over southern Clinton County and exiting eastern Putnam County. They're about to move out of their warning polygons, and you see how that is represented by the action areas extending downstream of the warning polygons, with the prepare areas even further downstream. And then we have the storm moving into Owen County, also tracking across the southern part of that warning polygon, but better represented by the action area. Again, these are suggested action and prepare areas given in the chat messages to the right. At 2:35 p.m., we now have a tornado warning for that storm in southern Clinton County, and you see how it's represented in the action and prepare areas, providing longer lead time downstream. The storm further south is also just in the southeastern tip of the warning polygon as it moves across far northern Morgan County. And much of the action area is actually outside of the warning area at this point in time, with prepare area further downstream. And then for the storm over Owen County, far to the south, again, that storm remains quite severe, but it's tracking over the southern part of the warning polygon, and you see how it's represented by the action area. At 2:55 p.m., we continue to see the eastward progression of these storms. On the northern areas, we have this cluster of severe storms tracking eastward as indicated by the action area, which is a little more clear representation of threat compared to the overlapping polygons. We also have a storm developing on the southern end of this cluster that is not in a warning yet, but there is potential for that storm to become severe over time. And you see we have a yellow prepare area covering the next 15 to 30 minutes. Further south, a potentially tornadic storm now in Hamilton County is about to exit the warning area. And you see the action area extending well downstream of the polygon, with a prepare area even further downstream over Delaware County, given the expectation that this storm is likely to last a while. And we see how the other storms further south are represented in the action and prepare areas compared to the warning polygons. Looking now at 3:20 p.m., that southernmost storm that's now over Wabash County has become severe, and you see actually a tornado warning with it. It's about to exit the warning polygon, and you see the action area extending well downstream of the warning polygon, with a prepare area further downstream. For the storm in northeastern Hamilton about to move into Madison County, that storm has weakened quite a bit, and it's about to exit the warning polygon. We would still have at least a prepare area for that one, given the potential for that storm to re-intensify in this environment. We also have a warning for the south for some disorganized storms moving into Hancock County. They're not severe at this time, but there is potential given this environment, so we'd have a prepare area for that. Further south, we have storms that are moving out of the warning polygons, and you see how the action areas extend downstream of the warning areas, with the prepare areas further downstream. So once again, very different display of areas of threat, both imminent and also in the 30 to 60 minute lead time between the Storm Target Initiative and the official government warnings. A significant severe storm event, including tornadoes and very large hail, occurred across much of Indiana on this day. In this case review, we had an event in which the threat for the western half of the Indianapolis, Indiana TV viewing area was within the first 3 hours of watch issuance, then later extended across the eastern part of the viewing area. Hopefully in this case demo, you observed multiple instances of prepare and action information that downscaled warning information, such as to focus on areas actually in danger, that were smaller than, and sometimes covering different areas than, the large official warning areas. The prepare and action information provided better threat information with longer lead time. Please visit the initiative's website at storm-target.com to view other case demos in this video series. Thank you.